All right. 1 2 1 2, Queen.
I'm here.
We are live.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Queen Vi's Reality Talk. I'm your host, Queen Vi, alongside my co-host, Mr. Hakim BornJust. You there? We seem to be having some technical difficulties. Giving you a hard time today. Yep. So, while we're waiting for Hakim to come back, welcome everybody. I hope everybody is staying as cool as possible in this heat. I don't know where everybody is located. There he is.
Today's episode is brought to you by Shit's Fucked Up Entertainment.
Mm, I'm
Oh,
like,
man.
yeah.
I'm sorry about that. The gremlins are gremlining.
Mm. So,
Oh, boy.
I guess I don't have to ask you how your day is going today, huh?
Oh, boy. Clusterfuck. I don't know any.
Mhm.
I don't know any other way to put it, but I'm here. I didn't tap out. I said we're gonna do this. We're gonna get this thing here done. Um, but yeah, I'm here. I'm here. How's your day going? How you doing?
I'm trying to. I've been running around in that heat, but I'm trying to stay cool, staying hydrated, of course, lots of water, and whew, I'm just trying to get everything done. That's for me. I can't. You know what it is when it's cold. People always saying, "I can't wait till it get hot." When it's hot, you can't wait till it get cold. Me, give me spring, give me late. I want to say late spring, early fall, because the temperatures is cooling off. All
Hmm.
that super hot stuff. I don't like it too hot. I don't like it too cold. You
Right.
know. So,
I
but
definitely understand that.
I'm here. Each day comes, it gets hotter and hotter. Um, I don't know. Might be in the house this weekend. I don't know,
Hmm.
but yeah. But other than
Well,
that, I'm good.
well, I would like to apologize for the tardiness, everyone. That is on me. Um, it's a lot producing the show sometimes, and the part of it is human error. The other part is when technology wants to act stupid, it decides to act stupid right during showtime. So please forgive me.
Okay, but we are here, so that's what matters. That's the good thing. And I'm glad that you guys are here. Like I said, I hope you guys are staying cool, not stressing too much, and staying hydrated. I don't want to hear about nobody going to the hospital because of no daggone heat stroke or nothing, um, or passing out or anything like that. So take care of yourself in this weather.
Hmm. Yeah, man. Like you said, stay hydrated and keep your ass in some AC if you can.
Yeah, my son wanted one of his friends wanted him to come outside yesterday. He wanted to go to he was gonna go to the boy house, but the boy like, oh, let's go to the park. My son said, no, it's too hot. I'm not standing out. I'm not standing out there. I'm not sitting out there in no heat. Then I guess we're gonna link up some other time. Either you gonna come to my house or I'm gonna go to your house, but we not gonna be. I'm not gonna be outside. Mm-mm.
Facts.
But
Big
mm,
old facts.
it's
Okay, okay,
okay.
okay. All right, we're getting a lot of requests from people who want us to start showing our face. I'm sorry, not today. I look like shit on a shingle, and no, not
Yeah.
today. But we will start that process as this show grows. We will start adapting to such growth. So be a little more patient with us.
Okay.
Be a little more patient with
Yeah, we talked about that amongst ourselves. So
us. Hmm.
yeah, and also having more people come on and doing roundtables and stuff like that. So we got y'all. We working on some things. Okay.
So what are we talking about today, Queen?
Yeah, speaking on working on some things, today we are doing an SOS, saving ourselves. We are going to be talking about, you know, our people, helping our people, bettering our people, and, just blackness and how to be great, what we got to work on. We're going to talk about some good and some bad things. Um, because we don't want to just get on y'all about what y'all not doing. We're gonna praise y'all for what y'all are doing too. So, we like to deal with both sides of the coin here. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So I'm thinking we do good, solid conversation amongst two adults and the listeners discussing some problems and some solutions.
Yeah.
Um, in the spirit of Juneteenth was yesterday, and yeah, man, I'm all about the blackness. I'm all about the support and love of our people.
Yeah,
You know,
the betterment of our people because we got some work to do, y'all. And we ain't gonna sugarcoat it for you. We gonna be raw and uncut. This is how we give it to y'all. Straight, no chaser.
hmm
Um and so the first part, we gonna talk about is black family. Yeah.
yes.
Mm. The reason why what you supposed to say?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
I was about to say the reason why we starting with that is because I feel like, well, we all know things start at home, you know. So when we talk about families, we talking about the parents, whether they are together or not, people, whether it's two different households, you still got one common goal in mind is to raise that child. So we talking about the parents, we talking about the children, and we talking about the surrounding family members that's supposed to be the support system. Because like they say, it take a village. So we have to do better in parenting our children. We have to do better. Some people have to do better in what we expose our children to, and you know, giving our children good experiences. And
Mm,
also, when certain things happen beyond our control, that child does have a bad experience, and it's adults too, and some type of trauma happens, we have to be open to mental health. We have to know the effects that it's going to have. It don't is I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, time will is going to heal it." No, therapy will, work will, a support system will. The change of thinking, the change of environment may help. So we got to get out of that uh, therapy or psychiatrist is because you're crazy, or when somebody's saying they're stressed out, don't be downplaying what their stress is, because what their stress and what their troubles is or their experiences is may not be yours. So we can't just keep thinking of the world through our eyes. We have to understand that we have a million different people in this world, that everybody has their own experiences, their own issues, and their own way to deal with things. And they need support. They need support. You know, parents
yeah,
ain't right, the kids ain't right.
nah, I completely agree. The black family is the nucleus of our lives as black folks, as moms
Mhm.
and dads, mothers, sons, brothers, sisters, whatever dynamic you play in your family. Um, you got to protect family first. So in my head, when I'm thinking family first, I'm thinking inside the house. I'm thinking the culture of that house. I'm thinking how does how are we conducting ourselves as either adults, young adults, teens, children. How are we raising these children? What
The
kind of
structure.
ethics are we putting in? Yeah, how are we educating them to the ways of this world? And how serious are we taking that education, aka street knowledge, aka the understanding how the world works against black people and with black people, and also that book learning.
Hmm.
That's super important. Being able to go and get a good decent paying job because you put the 2 4 8 years in school to go get a good job. Or if you didn't go to college, how are you going to navigate with just a high school diploma? If you didn't get a high school diploma, how are you going to navigate in this reality out there? All of that is important. And I don't think that we should wait to the last minute to have these conversations with our children, ourselves, or either, start planning ahead.
Well,
You know,
yeah. That's what most people have to understand is um, raising um, your children start from the womb, and once they are born, it only get more vital on what you expose your kids to and what you do and the things you instill in them. Because a lot of things can, and we had this conversation before. We know you can instill all you have to, all you can instill all you need to into your child, but at a certain age, it's up to them whether they're going to listen to it or not. But I feel like as parents, you're supposed to do your part. It's not their job to worry. It's not their job to stress. It's not their job to like whatever issues my mom had when we was growing up, whether it was money issues or whatever, we never knew. We didn't have the we weren't told about it. We didn't see it. If we was struggling, we wouldn't have known because she made it look good and easy.
hmm
Um, the decision she made was based on us, you know. Like my mother was straightforward. She was about raising her kids. She did what she had to do when it came to education so she could pass it on to us. She helped us with our homework. She made sure, our life was balanced. You know, the home life, the social life, the, the educational part, nutrition part. Like she made sure it was a balance and she lived how she wanted us to live. Because, adults is good at saying that, do as I say and not what I do. They're good at saying that. But my mom actually did. Like the things that she didn't want us to do, we never seen her do.
right.
And that's how it was. Um, so we got to think about that too. Men, you have to understand you are what your child is supposed to look at. Your son is supposed to look at you and say, I want to be that type of man when I grow up. Your daughter's supposed to look at it like, you see how my dad was? That's what kind of man I want in my life. And same thing with women. So when you're living and you move and how you doing, you got eyes watching you. You're going to be influencing them in some type of way, whether it's good or bad. That's going to be on you.
Yes, indeed. Emphasis on that your children are watching, men and male and female.
Hmm.
Um, and if it seems like we're putting emphasis on the children, it's a reason for that. We're in the place now where we turn on the news. Our first thought is, well, what crazy ass young bull did something,
Hmm.
right? It's you're at war. You've been at war. That's a part of the black experience here in America. We have been at war with the others. We've been at war with ourselves. We've been at war with things that's anti what we teach. Um,
Hmm.
the, again, the morals and the values and the shit we're putting in our young black men's heads, they We gotta hope it sticks. So when they walk outside, it's still there, right?
Right.
Now, being perfectly honest, it didn't stick with me all the time. I can say a good 85% of the time, but that 15%, I was a complete dickhead. I was out there wilding the fuck out, and I didn't stop wilding out until I saw how deep things are getting, and then I had to think, I'm going to have to go back and explain this to my parents, and I don't want to. Let me just chill because we had something that ain't happening there. We had shame. Remember that?
Mhm. Yeah.
We were embarrassed about shit. These little fucks don't. They're not embarrassed by anything. They don't care. And I don't know if it's something in the food. I don't know if it's the way we're teaching our kids. I don't know what it is. And it's not all of them. It's some great, amazing kids. I mentor a bunch of them. I talk to them, if not every day, every other day, from 18 to 25. I'm talking to them about their business. I'm talking to them about girls. I'm talking to them about, hey, that homie who's wilding out and you don't know how to not get caught up. And young ladies too. It has to be a village,
Yeah.
right? If their mom and their dad is talking to them and they find out they want to have a business, well, let me let you talk to Mr. Hakim. He can help you out, and he's done a lot of this stuff. And I'm gonna be happy to talk to him because I understand mom and dad and what value system they're putting in. So I'm gonna try to back them up. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be looking out for each other, looking out for each other's kids. Because if mine is out there goofy as a pet fucking coon, I want you to pick up the phone and call me. And that has happened plenty of times.
But that's how it should be. Everybody's so, uh, so worried about somebody telling their child something or saying something to their child where you can't watch your kids 24/7. And sometimes kids get around other kids and do stuff they ain't supposed to be doing. So if they sitting here running down in the neighborhood and jumping over people's gates and throwing toilet paper and stuff, somebody should be able to tell them to stop. Somebody should be able to let you know what's going on with your child.
Hmm.
You got some of these parents is they gonna run back to the adult that told them to stop and want to argue with them. No, instead of
Hmm.
checking your child. It's like you can't people y'all can't pick and choose when y'all want somebody to look out for your kids.
Right.
Because when something bad happens, it's oh somebody should have said something. But when something happened that could have led up to that bad thing and they were being told to stop, you ain't want nobody saying that to your kids.
Yep.
Y'all not holding yourselves accountable. Y'all not holding your kids accountable. Y'all not holding the other parent accountable. And when I say hold them accountable, I don't mean dog them out and talk about everything they don't do. It's a way you do things. If you got two parents that's arguing all the time, there's no way they're going to be able to communicate. So it's no way they're going to be able to properly co-parent. You
Hmm.
know, and then it comes uh uh the parents against each other, and the child is going to use that to whatever the ability they can because they know he can say to one thing to mom could tell him no, but he can go to dad because dad just want to be the fun dad, or vice versa, because they're beefing with each other, so you don't even know that mom just said no already.
Yeah.
you know
So
um but
no, I just think that the touching on that beef part, which is important because we're seeing a lot of families, they're couples, they had kids, they break up, and then it's beef. Child support's involved. Other, them moving on is involved. The dude is mad because she got a new dude. She's mad because he got a new woman. We have to grow up. That's the problem. Here's the solution: grow the fuck up. It's over. A lot of y'all are carrying your parental duties over top of the burning coals of the past relationship.
No.
Literally. Literally. I can sit there and listen to a woman talk about how no good this dude was, and none of the no good part had anything to do with him being a dad. He coming to get little Rafiq every Friday, dropping him off Monday morning, taking him straight to school. He's giving you money for sneaks. Focus on him as a dad. Because the
Mm-hmm.
relationship part, he may have sucked as a boyfriend, sucked as a fiance, sucked as a husband, but he's doing good as a dad. Stay in the now.
Right. I know a few of them. They ain't shit as a mate, but as a parent, they top tier. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah, because it's the same thing with the brothers. When I'm like, yo, you still fussing about this girl?
Now, only way you should be worried about your ex if that person is neglecting your child. You don't care about who they dating, who they
Exactly.
sleeping with. Long as they ain't bringing everybody around your kids, long as they ain't leaving your child at home by themselves, as long as they ain't, neglecting them and not making sure they go to school, or if it's interfering with the way they raise your child, that's the only way you should be worried.
Yeah, we got to remember the things that we're upset about and that dynamic. It already happened. You just ain't let go yet.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't about what happened because y'all done already broke up. The sentence, it's almost like a motherfucker go to does a crime, get locked up, go to court, judge bang the gavel, they go to jail, and they're still harping on it 10 years later after they got out and started life over. It's over. You got to let go because what you're doing is you're holding on to what already happened. So if you focusing on what's behind you, what are you gonna do? Walk into the fucking traffic. Mindfulness, practice it, look it up, study it. There's free shit on YouTube for mindfulness practices. And I get it. It hurts when you break up with somebody, especially when you got kids. I've been here. It's because you are literally it's a life altering thing. And I don't think we as black adults don't fully grasp the importance of that. I go to therapy. I go through a breakup, I'm gonna talk to shrink. Because I know me. I got things going on with me that ain't normal. And I can't say that I have knowledge of self when I'm not looking at self. Hey, you got mental health issues. Hey, you got a tendency to do dumb shit. Hey, you gonna fuck around and be in jail. Go talk to somebody. You don't handle emotional pain properly, sir. Go talk to somebody. It's
Mm-hmm.
important to do that. I've done it periodically throughout my life. It is absolutely okay. It don't make you a less of a man or a woman. It makes you it makes you a better person because you're taking care of yourself.
Well, yeah, but not only should the adult go, they should their children should go as well, and whether that's them doing individual, whether it's family or what, because as oftentimes adults make decisions and don't realize it's affect the children too. So, like
Right.
I've said on the show before, it doesn't matter what any big change in my life that's going to alter my children's life. Oh, they're in counseling. When we move to a
Yep.
different state, counseling.
Yep.
If it's a death in the family, when me and a father broke up, any little thing that I feel like is going to alter their life in any type of way or make them feel a type of way, then they're gonna go to counseling. And
Yep.
and they know how important mental health is, to the point where even my oldest daughter, she's grown now. She will still go to counseling. Me, I still do therapy because life be life sometimes.
Hmm.
And you just, I mean, and that's why people, walking around these ticking time bombs or doing self-destructive things like partying too much, drinking too much, getting into drugs, um neglecting responsibilities is all different type. That's when somebody go through a change, when somebody was on their shit and they go through this big change and they do a 360, they going through some shit. They need some
Yeah,
counseling. They need to talk to somebody. And they need people around them. That's where the second part, the black community comes in at, you
good
know?
transition. You looking at the clock too?
Yes, I am.
I see what you did there.
I am. So yeah. So whether it's the kid, let's have some things for the kids. For one, when you have things in the community, utilize those things because y'all can't be keep yelling and screaming and hooting and hollering that there's no activities for the kids. But when they do them, y'all don't show up. So if y'all don't show up this year, it get cut next year. So no, we don't have it now, but you had it and you didn't use it. Go to the meetings, join the PTA, know what's going on in your community, what's going on in school, you know your neighbor. I ain't say get all up in their business and everything, but know your neighbor. So when you're in the neighborhood, like on my block, I know everybody that's supposed to be here. When a new person is walking through, because now it's summertime and they jogging and walking their dogs and stuff, eventually I find out where they live at. They right around the corner. But know your neighborhood. That's when people can't come in your neighborhood and just do whatever they want to do when you know your neighbors. Speak, be friendly. Something that so that way if something is happening when you're not home, somebody got your number. When I first moved here, me and my neighbor, we exchanged phone numbers. So if something
Hmm.
happened when I'm not home, they can reach out to me and vice versa.
Hmm.
You know, you got to use your community. They may know somebody that can help with something. You're supposed to be getting information to help each other and build stuff and get your community together, not the gossip, not the beef, not for drama, worrying about who's sleeping with who. None of that, not that. But yeah, that's why the kids can go out here and play. I can put a pool in front of my house and they'll come play. They'll block off the street, kids to play ball. No problem at all. Everybody's respectful because the parents know how to act. So when the kids come over and play, they know how to act because the parents know how to act, and the parents
That's the
could come
important
over
part.
too and be cordial too.
That's the important part.
Hmm.
Being able to go outside your door and act like a grown adult, positive black man, woman, or child, not nigga.
Yeah, that's why people don't be wanting their kids to go certain places. Nobody wants to send their
Yeah.
kids to the park, and they gotta watch a whole bunch of people twerking and drinking and partying and cursing and a fight breaking out. It's the park.
It's
You really.
savagery, and we have to grow up a little bit, and we have to be honest with ourselves, and most importantly, hold ourselves accountable because a lot of us are doing a lot of fuck shit, and we aren't being honest about it. We have to really
Hmm.
sit down and go, okay, I'm not where I am in life. My family isn't where they want to be, but I'm making time, energy, and effort towards that. Right? Because
Hmm.
think about it. Everybody's there for the turn up. Everybody there for the lit party. Everybody's there for the fun. Where the people at for the work? And
Right.
I ain't talking about you getting up going to your job every day. I'm talking about the work of keeping your community clean, keeping your community safe, keeping your house clean, keeping your house safe,
Hmm.
being productive. So you know, I know I sound like Uncle Grandpa Podden right now, but this is real shit. The fact that we stop having these conversations is why things look so crazy in our communities. Because we're not addressing things the way we're supposed to be addressing them.
Hmm.
I'm tired of nigga shit. Let me just say it like that. I am sick and tired of niggerosity. It don't work. We've been doing it forever. It don't work. It's one thing to play in nigga shit for fun, Let your hair down, go be a nigga for a couple hours, come home, and then be positive and get your life back in track. It should be like that, but no, it's too much niggerness 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yep. Yep.
Sir, you should not be dropping your goddamn kid off to the daycare smelling like fucking weed. Ma'am, you should not be dropping your kid at the daycare off with a full on pissy ass pull up and diaper. That just ain't happened on the way here. This motherfucker got old pissing.
Right.
Oh, they'll take care of it. And I know
Mhm.
I'm, and I know I'm pissing some of y'all off because you know who you are. You know exactly who you are. But guess what? If we aren't in a place where we can tell each other when they're fucking up, then I don't know. Then we're already fucked up. Because I'm thankful for the few people in my life who has the ability, the balls, and authority to say, "Hey, Hakim, you wilding right now. You out of pocket right now. You were wrong right now. I need that because that's improve. I want to improve every day. I need that, but
Mhm.
that's because that's what makes me me. I don't know what makes you you for you at home listening, but you need to figure that shit out because while you're not figuring it out, somebody's figuring it out for you. So
Yeah. We gotta stop making excuses. We gotta stop um using certain things as a reason to why we're not doing.
exactly,
Everybody's going through something. Everybody's stressing. We deal with death all the time. We deal with just having kids. We deal with financial stuff, certain barriers. Everyone deals with that things. It's not what you're dealing with, it's how you're dealing with it.
right?
Neglecting the problem, ignoring the problem is not doing anything but making it worse and making it be continue to be a problem. So you have to be proactive in fixing your own shit,
Yep.
not sitting around waiting for other people to do it. Because I know me, I'm the type of person, I don't mind helping somebody, but I need to see that the key, the meaning of help is I'm helping you, something you're already doing or in the process of doing or have already tried. It's not just do it for you. I'm the backup plan. I'm the team member. I'm not the original go to. I'm not the only plan. You have to be doing something yourself for me to come along and help. Because if you're not doing anything yourself and I just come do it for you, I'm enabling you to not do something. So when it fails again, you're not going to try because you're like, oh, Queen Vi's there. Oh, I
Hmm.
know. I know who I can call. Even with my kids, when they ask certain things, I'm the backup plan. What have you? Okay, you knew you needed to do this. What steps have you took to do this? What have you tried to get this done? If you ain't
Yeah.
trying to do nothing, you already know. Go back to the drawing board and get it together. I'm here to help you with things, not to do it. You're grown,
Yeah.
you know.
And that's the kind of support system we need to be for our kids, our sister, our brother, our mom, our dad, Miss Mary down the street, Mr. Ricky, 75, and he got a bad back. It's trash day. You know trash. And to go across the street and help Mr. Ricky out.
Right.
Come on. It's trash. There's trash all over the in front of his door or her door. Go pick it up.
Yeah.
They're older. And these are the people who used to pass the shovel their snow when we were kids. These are the people we known our whole life. So I don't understand why it should even be a problem to want to help out. You know?
Right. Right.
So I mean it's just about being grown folk.
You knew growing up,
It's
you saw
yeah.
that her yard, it was immaculate. But
Yeah.
now You starting to see trash in it every now and then. You seeing her grass is getting a little. Go help her. You know it's the reason why she's not doing it because that wasn't never like her for her yard to look like that. I have a elderly. I call her the golden girl because sometimes she had three of her little friends come over. They'd be on the porch. They look like they used to be trouble back in the day. And they come and they still visit her and stuff. I didn't see her for a few months. I got worried. Couldn't find out she had fell and she had broke her hip and but she's better now. But you're supposed to notice things like that. You
Hmm.
know, her kids start coming over and help her. When we put our garbage can out, her kids come and pull her garbage can out, but we'll pull hers back, for her so she don't have to come walk and do it. But you just gotta you just gotta help when you can help. Certain things is not even all about money. It's just simple acts of kindness. You know, providing a service.
Hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
What's next on the list, Queen?
We talking about the black dollar. We talking about wealth.
Speaking of money,
You know.
well, you killing these transitions tonight. Okay.
Yeah. When I look, when I'm talking about something I want to talk about, I'm talking my shit. I'm gonna talk it. So, but so right now and we talking when we talk about the black dollar and wealth, we're talking about being entrepreneurs, business owners. We're talking about how we spend money, how we save money, how we invest money. We are talking about learning the importance of credit, um, and t- the the importance of building. Also wealth and being rich and learning your mind, what you learn, how you pass on that knowledge. As well. We should all be a team and we all have something to offer, you know. So I feel like when you have your group of friends or your group of family, then help them, your neighbors, your friends, like your community, because it all works out in the long haul, you know. Um, Everybody don't have to be in competition, just because you sell what somebody else sell. You don't gotta dog them. You ain't gotta, look down on them. You can still have a conversation with them. You can still do an event with them. Just because somebody do what you do, y'all they automatically looking at like competition instead of banding because there's strength in numbers and you can reach a whole lot more people.
Hmm.
You know, y'all both might make shirts, but you know the other person might have an extra service other than shirts that you may be able to use or some of your clients may be able to use. You have to build these business relationships just like you build your friendships or your relationships with your family or your neighbors. These business relationships, do you know how much money we can make if somebody had an event and had all every entrepreneur contributed something to it. You have an event.
Hmm.
So somebody that planned the party, somebody that makes the flyer, somebody that promoted, somebody that cooked for the event, somebody that set up and decorate, you know, have other entrepreneurs come in and have a business or something that they sell, a service they provide and get that exposure. Have some guest speakers. Like, come on. You know how much money will be in that room?
Yep. Very true.
Mhm.
And it's because we forgot how to think on a communal level. We forgot how group economics work. And you know what? Saying forgot is it's probably an unfair statement because that's something that was phased out of a couple of our generations. That's
Mhm.
something they were doing in the 50s and the 60s. That's something they were doing way back before that. You know, um, when you look at the history of our people, we knew how to shop amongst each other. We
Right.
knew how to I have a grocery store I need baked goods. Let me go holler at Miss Mary. She makes baked goods, and maybe she can give me a good wholesale price. They were doing that.
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
why they wanted to burn. That's why they were so threatened. That's why the other folks were so threatened.
for my Philly people, and I say this again, if you ever been on South Street, and I like to say anywhere from 8th and South all the way down to Front and South, once upon a time, those were black businesses and homeowners. From South Street all the way over to Brandywine or whatever that is, the block, 2 blocks over, 2 blocks to left and right. Those were black neighborhoods. It was our own little mini Black Wall Street, jazz clubs, restaurants, you name it.
Mm.
Those peoples was ran out and burnt out by the Irish. That's why I look at y'all sideways every fucking time St. Patrick's Day come around. Because if you knew your history, you wouldn't be doing this fucking cooning for some fucking drink sales. Oh, drinks are $2. Ooh. Fuck dickheads. Anyway, let me stay positive. Staying positive. All right. We know how to do it. It's in our DNA. We just gotta get back to it. And guess what? Some folks are doing it in small pockets. Small pockets of the country. It's happening. We need that. It needs to happen in every place where there are black cities.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And this is the perfect time. Unemployment rate is at an all-time low. People are working. Anybody right now who's unemployed, not working, they don't want to. Don't let nobody fool you. I employ and hire and fire people for a living. Not just for my job, but for people pay me to interview people for their companies. So I know people are working. I know people are there's jobs out there. Go look on Indeed. The list is on forever. There's no excuse. Now, if you want to be bougie about the job, if you want to be bougie about working at McDonald's or working at Burger King or Wendy's or whatever the fuck, okay, that's you. You have made a choice to turn down money because of pride or bouginess.
Don't be afraid to work your way up from the ground. Get in there, and because you got to understand, when you see a job, it's already people above you in those jobs, people that have been there for a very long time. That's when you
Yeah.
get in there, you do your work, you interact with the other employees. Cause like me, when I was when I was working for the Census Bureau, oh my goodness, I came there. I got a promotion to I came there as a clerk. In a couple of months, I got a promotion to a supervisor because I learned my job, my supervisor job, my manager job. I learned everybody's job, and and I did what I had to do. So I was able to move up quickly. So when you get your foot in there and do what you have to do, then you never know what the possibilities are.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. And as you're looking at the possibility of the possibilities, you got to look at it through grown adult mature eyes. Not this niggerishness, not this stupidity, not the goofy shit.
mhm.
If you're trying to go for a job that's going to pay well, that's going to help you pay your bills, that's going to help your girl because she's covering all the bills and you out here trying to sell fucking weed. If you are shooting for this job and you got a good shot at it, don't wait to stop smoking weed when you know they're going to take piss tests. I never understood the stupidity.
Well, look, if you letting smoking weed ruin your chance of getting a job, you have a problem.
You're a fucking junk. I'm gonna say it for you. You're a fucking junkie. You're a fucking junkie. I don't give a fuck if it's weed, fentanyl. I don't give a shit. If you are broke and your woman is running around working her ass off at a factory or at a desk typing, her little fucking wrist is hurting, coming on every day. She braiding hair and shit, and you sitting on a fucking couch with a PS5 controller in your hand, and you ain't gonna stop smoking weed so you can go get some bread? Get the fuck out of here. Pack up and move to fucking somewhere else. Do
Right.
everybody a favor because you in the way.
You got to stop enabling people to do nothing. That's the problem. You people will love someone. People will feel sorry for someone, and they'll enable them. You know, um, oh, they just need a little more time. How much time they need? They're not even trying. They wouldn't need as much time as they, you know, need right now if they would have did something in the beginning. You know,
Listen,
because life happens, and life is not going to stop because somebody has an issue. If you're not doing anything about the issue, then you're part of the problem. You are the problem.
it's a time and a place for everything. And you got to know when it's a time to get lit and it's a time to get shit done.
Hmm.
You got to prioritize your time and your money, your
Yes.
bread, man. Because the money you spending on that eighth, a couple of them joints is a bill.
Yeah.
You ever have a motherfucker ask you, can they put $40, give $40? They trying to pay their cricket or metro bill. You give it to them, and then 2 hours later, you scrolling through Instagram and they in their stories breaking up big ass fucking pillow pillow leaves of weed and shit.
Yeah.
They got it
So
grinding up.
that's why
Like,
I have a new rule. If you went out and party or do and you was living your best life, and within that week you asking me for some money, I can't help you because you wasn't thinking ahead. That was poor planning on your part. There's no way you was in a club popping bottles, but now you short on your rent, or you short on a bill, or your baby need Pampers. No. So I have to pick up the slack on your poor parent. I'm supposed to care. You didn't care, but I'm supposed to care. Like, sometimes you gotta get that hard lessons and them tough, that tough love, you know.
mm,
But in
I
another
mean,
way, no, go ahead.
no, don't get me wrong. If they need it, help them. That's not. I'm not saying don't help our friends and family who really, really need it. But
Don't enable them.
you gotta be okay with saying no. You gotta tell yourself no when it comes to money. Sometimes you
Mhm.
definitely gotta be able to tell the young and the reckless or the old and the goofy. You gotta be able to say no. Because if you got 40 fucking hours to give to somebody who literally got a weed or some kind of addiction problem, you could have took that $40, broke that bitch up, go on create a Cash App account, and invested that fucking $40.
Mhm.
Seriously, every week I do that shit. I take $50 and I break that bitch up and I invest that $50 in small little increments across 5 different businesses. $10 here, $10 here, $10 here.
Mhm.
Because I know this shit's, I'm watching, it's growing, it's growing, it's growing, and one day I'm gonna be able to sit on my fat ass with my feet up in the fucking air, chilling, and not be worried about money. And if
Yeah.
the black dollar has to be spent amongst each other, I'm not gonna go to Amazon to buy some goddamn sex toys. I'm gonna hit Queen Vi up. All right, I'm not gonna go somewhere to get a t-shirt print up. I'm gonna hit Queen Vi up. It's
Mhm.
knowing the people in your circle in your life who have good quality products and good quality skills, and you shop with them. Because that little regular ass son of yours, a little PC head daughter of yours, keep getting smart and ain't got no job at 16, she's gonna want a summer job. And
Mhm.
if Queen Vibe money is moving and she got some bread to come enough bread to come in and hire somebody part time for about 3 4 hours a day, you want it to be a little cuckoo ass kid who getting on your damn nerves. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
it's the simplest of shit that we make hard, we make difficult. I don't understand it,
Yeah.
but I'm inspired. I will say that. It's not. I'm a little tough in my talk today because I'm a little bit on the fed up side because I'm dealing. I spend a majority of my day dealing with somebody else's business and not my own.
Mhm.
There's things that I want to do. There's things that I got literally up in the air waiting for me to say, hey, for the next 2, 3 months, this is what you're going to work on. And I know it's money. The money is waiting for me, but I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because these things that I love. And when you're doing what you love, the money falls out the fucking sky.
Yeah.
And you should have that same level of discernment when you're spending it, you know?
Exactly. And so,
Spend it what you
and that leaves when you want to things to be better, you got to do the work and bound together with your community, but you also have to go out there and vote. Politics is very important. Going out there and voting for who has your best interests at heart, and for everyone, not just the president, not just your mayor, not just the senator. You know, you got your superintendents, you got your judges, you have um you know your different councilmen. You have to go out there and vote. These people are going to back you up. They're going to put money in your community. They're going to put programs in your communities, and they're going to back up your people in your neighborhoods in your communities because they have your best interest in heart. And if you vote for a president that has your best interest in heart, but you didn't vote for anything else, that president can't get anything done. So don't blame the president. Blame yourself and your community for not voting because people are good at that. Every time something go wrong, they blame the president.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all didn't give him his squad. Y'all didn't get the right squad in office.
Mm-hmm. And then the fact,
Y'all put him in there with a whole bunch of ops. And
yeah,
how he's supposed to get stuff done?
well, and then they don't even pay attention to see what the fuck he did do.
Mm-hmm. They focus
I
on
mentioned,
that one thing they didn't get, and he done did
yup,
20 other things.
yup. And when you talk to people about like this upcoming election, and they talk about what's not right, what's not getting done, and they're blaming Biden on some shit that your mayor's supposed to do or your governor's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him of. I remember being on TikTok one night, and this Philly dude, you know, the typical dude with a beard and a bald cap, sitting in his car preaching about some shit. You know, it's
They
a
always
hundred
in
of
the
them
car,
niggas.
ain't they?
They're always in the car, and or in a rented podcast space in a damn spin around chair. And they want to sit there and tell you, man, we got potholes in these streets. We got guns going through all the city. If you got potholes in your street, and I'm in the chat, like, do you know who you're supposed to call when that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who you what you're supposed to be doing to fight the gun lobbyists in Harrisburg, not DC, because they're there in DC, but Harrisburg first, because we couldn't even make our own gun laws about not having people bring guns to rec centers or libraries. It's, I mean, the Republican Party sued the city, and we lost. So you mean to tell me somebody can strap up, grab the blicky, and walk to any goddamn rec center or library, and we can't put laws against that? And you're blaming Biden for that shit? Just I don't want to be insulting. And let me just say this. I really need our people to do more than just entertainment. I really need y'all to dedicate 15 to 20 minutes a day. Just eat. If you don't like reading, just watch something other than the hee hee ha ha or he made the shot. And it's that's all I'm saying. We should be doing that as adults. We should be doing it as responsible fucking people. So what are you going to do if a law passed, you didn't know it, and it's something that really affects you?
Right.
You know, I heard all last week. Oh, this new mayor, she bitching it. She worried about tinted windows. See, and you know who the people was complaining the most? The people with the jet black tinted windows. Whenever I look at a video and 5 or 6 little motherfuckers jumping out with hoodies, ski masks, and
Mm-hmm.
shooting up on somebody, it's in a car with tinted black ass windows.
Right.
So when they said, "Hey, we're going to do a ski mask and hoodie ban when you come into certain properties and businesses," people were bitching about it.
Yeah.
Now they bitching about the tents. So the things that we are able to point and look at and see as a problem, and we finally got politicians that want to do something about it, people complaining. No, the shit ain't perfect. Nothing is fucking perfect. You ain't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody is doing something, it may not be everything, but show me you doing something.
Yeah. And then you got to start small. Like, let's tackle the small things that turn into big things, you know, like first. Let's get to what we can get to. Let's do what we can do while we're working on the things that take time.
Yeah.
Everything takes time, some longer than others.
Yep.
You want to read some of the comments? We have a few comments.
Give me a sec. Let me pull them up here.
But
You on point today. Okay, Lachey King says, "I am here for the blackness." Uh, Lady Rent Divine says, "We gotta put those babies first." Jojo Reds says, "Knowing your community can be life or death."
yes,
Very true. And Maisha Collins says, "Good credit is so important these days."
yes, it is.
And thank you to Jojo and Maisha for the highlight ads in the comments. We appreciate it.
Thank you. You know,
Um, I got a quick question from Troy. Troy wants to know, um, if voting is so important, once we cast our vote and they don't do their job, what's next?
I mean, we can hold our politicians accountable. We can, but the issue is, see, it depends on why they're not able to do their job. Because sometimes we look at it like, oh, we voted somebody in, and boom, we just want this done. It's steps they got to do. You got to give people time to do their jobs, and I mean, it's okay to hold them accountable. To okay, where we at with that? Put them on the spot. Because if you just thinking about it, you ain't calling them out on it. A lot of times people do shit when the public is watching. Put them on the
Mhm.
spot. Okay, what's going on with this? Okay, up.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry. You got something to add to that?
Yeah. What are you doing after you cast your vote? I know what I'm doing. I cast my vote on November 5th or 6th. I know that in 6 months, I'm going to cast another vote that's going to bring support to the person I voted for in November. There's a vote we have an election every 6 months.
Hmm.
And if I'm going to vote for the president in November, I also got to vote again for the people in DC who is going to support him and pass a good gun laws, who is going to pass abortion rights, who is going to pass the the Voter Rights Act, updated version to make sure they don't steal your vote like they're trying to do right now as we speak. That's going to shore up affirmative action and ratify it so they can't shoot it down again. So there is things, And of course, there's a lot of you people talking about reparations, but you don't vote. More than likely, you ain't gonna give reparations in D.C. It just if the votes ain't there, that the will to do it ain't there. You gotta make them do it. And the only way to make them do it is you got to come together to the point where they can't deny you.
Yeah.
They can deny you right now. That's why Donald Trump is in fucking Detroit. He rented out a goddamn black church on Saturday and only had about 15 black people there and another goddamn 70, 80 white people. Go
Mm.
look at the video. We had that goddamn coon of a pastor, worthless piece of dog shit, sitting there lying and cooning and tap dancing and shucking and jiving for massa.
Mm-mm-mm. Those are people that we got to stay away from and don't support. Now, this thing is, don't go supporting those black people that don't have black people's interests, best
Yeah,
interests at heart. So
yeah,
we ain't saying go support every black person. It got to be the people who have our people best interests at heart.
yep.
You know, and
Because
that's
politics
actually,
is local,
yeah. Hmm.
and you gotta
So
vote your best interest. So, but all right, Queen, I gotta do a hard out. I got some
right.
shit I need to go take care of. I got some shit to shovel. This is my daddy used to say.
And so I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You got any quick shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to Lady Ren, Lachey King, JoJo, Maisha, Zio Styles, Miss Dopeness, and all the regulars who listen. You know who you are. I truly appreciate y'all showing up for us every week. And if those who have missed this, go back and play it and listen to my old grumpy ass yelling, screaming the microphone for a couple minutes.
So, on that note, that concludes our show for tonight. Until next time, good night, everybody.
Peace, y'all.